Hi guys, how you doing? Piotr here, this is Litefinance Global YouTube channel and it's my pleasure to be with you today again. We are going to make the FX market update with the very interesting week ahead, and I've prepared a few very interesting charts for you, more details on my left side. So without further ado, let's jump straight into the video. Alright, so let's discuss this yen. Let's start with the dollar yen. If you do remember, towards the end of the year and the very beginning of this year, I did my top FX picks of 2023, and there was a long on a big pullback when it comes to dollar yen, and there was a short of the pound yen after big rally. So we are going to get back into the pound yen a little bit later today. So where we are right now and how high can we go? So as I mentioned, we hit the levels where the possibility, I did expect a little bit lower as well before that big rally, but we hit the levels below 130 down towards 127.50, 127, and since then we have the big rally, and well, we are approaching the level where we might see the Bank of Japan trying to check the prices. Very important level based on what we have to the left side, this consolidation ahead of the huge move to the downside, right? So we are above 145, right? And that's what, in my opinion, the Bank of Japan doesn't like. So what might be the action? If you are a bull and you like to collect some swaps based on the different interest rates in the US and Japan, then you are looking for the buying opportunity. In that case, as long as we are above some certain levels, I think that the longs are got the chance to move further to the upside. All right, even if you do remember my previous video, my video in relation to the top picks, even towards 170, but slowly. As of now, as long as we are above 138, 137.50, so I'm talking about this level over here, and a kind of the pullback that might be the buying opportunity with the first target around the current level and the possible upside break up towards 150. And if we are going to break through 150 very quickly, and I'm saying that really very quickly, we might retest 170. It's all about the Bank of Japan. Well, the second case is the possible short position, but I wouldn't go through the dollar yen, right? So here I'm looking for the buy opportunity, and in case of the long yen, because you think of the market deterioration, you think about the recession, you think about all those bad things, and you don't care about the carry trade, you might want to choose pound yen. And here we have to first understand where we are. So I'm based on the weekly chart, so I'm going to place a few lines here for us based on what we already seen in the past, right? Here breakdown, and I'm going to place the consolidation to the upside over here, 1 second, like this. All right, so that's what we are interested in right here, right now on the pound yen. So let's have a look where we are currently based on the current price action, and as you can see, we are testing mid of that range based on the lower levels, but we haven't hit the the biggest supply level yet. This zone over here, right? We are talking about the levels close to, let me check it correctly, above 189, so towards 190, and I would say 195. So if you are looking for the long yen, you have to watch the price action going on here. Why? Because if and when we are going to retest this particular zone over here, right, and we are going to see the rejection, that might be attempt to try to go short. So still a little bit of the patience is needed, especially after what we've seen month ago, all right, retest the low of the upside break. The bulls stepped in, pushing prices even higher. I do expect some kind of the consolidation and last run to the upside towards 190, 195, where I'm going to look for some kind of the rejection. I'm going to look for some kind of the weekly candle with the very long upper shadow and the very small body. All right, let's have a look what we have when it comes to the daily chart here, and there you go. We are trying to trade, I would say that algo trying to trade this trend line, so it might be another upside, trying to make the average Joe trader tired, and then looking for this type of the price action here. Okay, let's have a look what we have. So the levels we know. Let's have a look what we have on the last one, EURJPY. That's the weekly chart, very similar price action to what we already seen on the pound yen and the euro, on the pound yen and the dollar yen. That's the consolidation ahead of the big upside break, right? So we've seen the price action to the downside, we've seen the bulls stepped in and pushing prices higher. So I wouldn't do anything from the seller's perspective as long as we are above this aggressive trend line over here. So the burst scenario is to break the trend line, to retest, maybe even making higher high, and then trying to target levels close to 150 as a first target, and taking into the consideration this big consolidation here, the second target would be somewhere close to 142, 140. And from the daily chart perspective, if you do like speculate and you think euro is going to be stronger than the dollar, right? So in that case, I would say that as long as we are above the 157, we might see attempt to consolidate the market over here, pushing even higher towards 160, 165. Guys, with that being said, as usual, please do your own research, do your own homework before risking real money. Well, wish you great next trading session. See you around, take care, and goodbye.